Hari, we could start.
Yes, sir.
You can introduce yourself and then tell me the background, what made you to ask this question, and what is the question which you have for today.
Okay, sir. Hello, everyone. My name is Harivardhan Reddy. I am from Hyderabad. I am preparing for UPSC 2024. So, my topic for today is artificial intelligence. So nowadays, we have artificial intelligence as a main. Hello.
Yeah, main.
Sir, I am audible.
Yeah, audible. Main.
Sir, as a main component of UPSC, which is leading the world artificial intelligence, which is used for many applications. So I have to know about artificial intelligence.
What are the subjects you are learning now? What course you are doing?
Sir, now I am studying in degree first year, BA, Bachelor of Arts, History, Economics and Public Administration. So as part of my preparation, I joined in an IAS Academy. So as part of my classes, Polity, Science and Technology are the part of BA first year.
Okay.
So in Science and Technology, the major portion is artificial intelligence. So I have a doubt in it.
Okay. Tell me, what do you know about artificial intelligence and how much you have learned?
Sir, it's a branch of. Sir, it's not yet started for us.
Okay.
Artificial intelligence. Sir,
General knowledge.
As per as my knowledge,
Yeah.
sir, as per as my knowledge, artificial intelligence is a branch of computer science, which makes a working short run without human involvements, which makes the work faster.
Okay. What is the
think like-
other word generally used for other than artificial intelligence? Similar words, similar meaning, similar content. Another word for that subject.
Robots.
Okay. So there is a small difference between artificial intelligence and robots. Now I know where the confusion in a general term. We are not discussing. You can come on to video if all of you can afford it. That will be good. Otherwise, I look like talking to screen, right? See, one of the confusion which most of the people have is they think robotics is artificial intelligence. It is not true. It is not true because we are not dealing technology here. We are dealing only general introduction, right? Robotics will do job which is exactly defined. You can have a road straight line drawn and then keep a robot and then say you should move like this. And then there is a step. How to identify a step? There can be an algorithm which can be, it can lift its feet and then try to push. That's how we walk, right? How do we follow a step? We lift our leg, assume that somebody is blind and I want to take the step. What do? I go up to some place, identify there is something stopping me, and I want to see how much height it has, the stoppage. So what do? I will lift my leg and see, or touch my hand and see. My leg is not touching, but my hand is not touching. That means there is a gap. So I will lift my leg and see where it can be pushed forward. That's how I identify the height. Once I identify the height, I know the next leg has to go in the same height. That's how the robots are trained for climbing steps. Suppose robot has to be trained for lifting something. Robots are used for serving in the restaurants. How do they do that? They have a open palm and the time starts from there. Each table is numbered and there is a controller who controls. The robot has to go to 24th table. It will go to 24th table, right? And then it knows how much degree it has to tilt. That means a machine which works as per program, already pre-planned programs, right? But intelligence is different. What is artificial intelligence and how is it different from robotics? Robotics will not learn, it will do what the programmer asks to do. Artificial intelligence is a learning process. One of the simplest example is my Google search. When I type something, some information, assume you keep on everyday morning search for UPSC. Preliminary examination content. You keep on searching on your computer, same mission, 10 times, same login, same Google login. 11th day before you search itself, it will tell you are looking for IAS prelims. Each individual pattern of search is automatically stored in its memory. That's how we also do. When I look at somebody, when I see Hari, I know because I met you a few days back. When Hari asks a question, immediately it comes to my mind. This is for UPSC exams. When Adira comes, immediately I know she is asking philosophy. Right? So, how do that comes? My archived information, I pick up when the picture comes or the name comes in front of me. Computer never thought computer can learn this. So there is another word generally used. It is not robotics. I want somebody to tell what is that word used as synonym for artificial intelligence. Anybody? You have sound recognition. Assume you have a Google instrument or maybe Alexa or something which you have at your home. When you keep on pronouncing something, it identifies, oh, this man's pronunciation is like this. That's why I keep saying somebody, you want to learn from me? Listen to my lectures, attend to my lectures, so that you know my frequency, the way I am talking. So immediately before I ask, people respond. That is because they know, oh, this man asked like this. Okay, tell me, what is the other word? The word sound which I pronounce is learned by Alexa, learned by the Google sound detector. And immediately when I ask, immediately it knows, oh, this is a Kerala. I say translate one word. It will not even ask me to which language I have to ask translation. Machines are installed everywhere throughout the world, right? But because I am in Hyderabad, immediately translation will come in Telugu only. Because it identifies I am asking question from Hyderabad. If the same mission, I take it to Thiruvananthapuram and I connect to an internet connection in Trivandrum, immediately if I ask for translation of some word, immediately translation will be in Malayalam. That's how when we land in one airport, I know which country is that, which language they use, and I change my language. Most of the words are not even taught. When people speak, the Google will say, I don't understand what you are saying. Immediately, I ask in English. Probably at home you are talking in Malayalam, or maybe you are talking in Telugu. The Google is listening to all those sounds. It may not respond. Unless you ask, hey Google, hello Google, it may not respond. But it is hearing. And all that sentences, it is being recorded and kept inside the system. Assume at home you are talking about buying a washing machine for 3 days. You know, immediately on your phone you will get advertisement for You don't even ask, you don't even search. So what is the mission doing? Harry, what is the mission doing?
Detecting
No, another word like intelligence. What are we doing now? What are you doing now?
interaction,
Yeah, by which what are you gaining?
knowledge,
So that process is called what? Learning. So therefore another word for artificial intelligence is machine learning. Very, very simple. What is artificial intelligence? Artificial intelligence is machine learning. Can you imagine a machine learns? Robot never learns. The robot cannot learn. But there can be robots made for learning. That is part of artificial intelligence. But otherwise robot does what is the purpose for which it is made. It will not learn. Google was never made for a very specific purpose. It's learning every day because it absorbs, accepts a lot of pictures. I am from image processing. My subject is digital image processing. I am a man of computers. Before all of you must have taken birth, the young children. I started using computers. I started looking at images. So I remember our basic question was, when I look at Hyderabad, I know this is Hyderabad city. How do I take a picture of Hyderabad from somewhere in different angle, either from satellite or maybe I am looking at a height terrestrial. Today I was talking on Asianet Radio Asia program in Gulf. The topic was drone, DRONA drone, the drones which we use for taking pictures. Assume somebody is taking a picture with a drone. Immediately, will that picture, when it comes in front of me, I will be able to say this is the picture of so and so place. If I know the place, I will be able to. Can I make the mission to learn? Because Google Earth, every place is now named. Every place on earth, we know this place belongs to this. So my village picture, immediately when I post it, will I take a picture of my house and then put it on Google? Will it be able to say that this is that? Now you take my picture and then put it onto Google or maybe Facebook. Immediately it will ask you to tag and it will give you options also. Why is it giving option? Because it knows your earlier pictures. Though I had a beard and today I don't have beard, still it will tell you. So it is not looking at the peripheral picture. It is also looking at the distance between the eyes. The features are being mapped. It is not the picture which is being stored. The geometry is stored. That is part of image processing. So what does it do? Given a picture, even if I shave, even if I twist my eyes, if I don't use my glass, still it will be able to identify. You have computer in which you are detecting the image to log in, right? Your fingerprint or maybe your face detector is there for login support. You wear a different dress, you shave, still it will identify. You have a mustache, or not, it will identify, because it is not storing the picture, it is storing some of the features. Like each one of us recognize. I met Harry probably few days back. Even after that you shave totally, I will be able to recognize, oh, this is Harry. How do I do that? The same way as an individual can do, that intelligence can be fine-tuned in my computer. What am I giving to computer? Intelligence. The process of learning is being taught to computer. So today that is done through voice, through sound. Computer cannot touch and feel, right? Computer cannot smell. So today machines are processed for artificial intelligence through words, typed words, that means pictures, text, and sound. Through this, can I make a computer to work? with all that intelligence what a human person has. Because the two best senses which we all of us have is seeing and hearing. Next one is smell. Now computer cannot. I don't know, maybe few years from now we may get a computer in which today Swiggy will give you an order and I can see the taste of sambar and say no, I don't want this. I can touch and feel the temperature. Once upon a time when we say that people can see like this was a wonder. So tomorrow it will come. God only knows. Understood? So I will be able to touch and feel. I will be able to. Now today you can program to get the picture changed from one to another one. Right? I can morph. That's called morphing. I can take your picture, change my picture and morph it to something else. I want a different hairstyle. I can take the hairstyle of somebody else and then morph my face there and see how do I matches for me. All these are possible. So image processing is a great subject. That is my subject. That's where when you said in artificial intelligence, it is like a day-to-day affair for me. Because it's only an extension of sound processing, image processing. What is artificial intelligence? What is machine learning? A extension of sound processing and image processing. Okay. Now in our brain what happens? I have already stored some pictures and images, sound, video, everything is stored. That is why I am able to recognize somebody or a person whom I don't know. When he comes in front of me, no, I have never seen him. What do? I take all the earlier pictures and see this man is not that man. I hear somebody's sound, Mahatma Gandhi's talk. I have not even met him. I have not even heard him. But I kept all the earlier records, hearing him many times. So that speech comes, I will be able to say, yeah, this is Mahatma Gandhi spoken so and so place. And this is the topic which he is talking. I am also learning like that, right? So like individual is learning, the machine also can learn. How do I learn? Now we will look at how do a person learn. And that knowledge acquiring process is what I am making my computer to do. That is why another close terminology for artificial intelligence is neural network. My neurons in my brain is what is connecting information and then picking it up and storing it. It is my indriyas. It is not my indriyas which are important. How is it being stored in my hardware? And the same way can I make my hardware to store it. So my input devices, all the indriyas are called input devices. And my manas is the thinking process which is processing it. So my software is my thinking process. My software is my manas which connects my indriyas and then taking it as information and storing it my hardware. My hardware is my brain. Computer also has same thing. So I should have a software which will convert the inputs, take archive, connect them together, store it into the same place. Got it? When I say masala vada, when I came to Hari's house, what did you give? What is the food item what you gave me? Bolika? The sweet input with atta, right? That's called the bolika. What do you say in Telugu for that?
Sir, in Telugu, bakshalu.
Yeah, bakshalu. So when I meet you immediately, I said you gave me this item for eating at your house, right? See, how did I connect? When I am talking about it, immediately my mouth is watering. How does it happen? So the software connects all my indriyas together. Will it happen in the neural network is a big question. That is to be learned. So each question we ask, the machine learns. Each personalized translator, the machine learns. All the indriyas today are not possible. At least 2 indriyas and the text is possible. So it connects the image processing, computer vision, word processing, sound processing, text processing, dictionary, grammar, and the neural network for the mission to understand. So it is not a computation. Intelligence is not a understanding. Intelligence is different from understanding. When somebody can solve a problem, mathematics, somebody say he is intelligent. Actually not true. It only means that kid can compute. Understanding is not calculation. Intelligence is not a calculation. Some people are so intelligent, but they don't know how to calculate. So earlier computer means computation. Computer means calculation. Computer means it can do fast processing of mathematics. No, that is not true today. It knows how to look at logic. Logic is entirely different from computation. Greater than, less than, matchable, comparable. So it compares inputs. That's how detecting person, detecting feature. When I see a forest, I know this is a forest. When I know the forest, I know inside which tree it belongs to. Right? What sort of forest is that? So it has got lot of knowledge through neural network. It keeps learning. So it's computer instead of hardware, we can call after some time it's like a brain. So the computer hardware becomes the brain. Computer software becomes the manas. It understands the emotions. Now today you ask computer, I want a song, good night, and you ask for a song. Need not be connected. You tell your Google or Alexa, say good night, and immediately you say, sing a song. It will only sing good night songs for you. Any other questions? What do we do in this Mudra 2021? You know what is Mudra means, right? The mark, the stamp. That's what Mudra means. What do we do is we pick up questions from different people. And if there is somebody who asks a very specific question, they decide a time and date, I will call for this meet. You have question, but you don't come forward and then tell me you want a time. We have a mutual discussion to decide a time. We may not. So, those who have questions should come forward and say, yeah, I have a question, and then come. Hey Google, how are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking.
Yeah. I was checking whether the electricity...
Yeah, so Google can improve. It would help to know how...
Hey Google, stop. I use Google Home.
Sir, what are the applications of artificial intelligence?
It can be used in... I told you, whatever a human can do, we are trying to replace it. So there is military application, there can be agricultural application. Suppose I have got an artificial intelligence governed water spraying system. Suppose it knows that the leaves have sufficient greenery, I don't have to give water today. Understood? Or maybe a day will come when we look at the cloud and see, oh, today it's going to rain, so I don't have to give water today. Now, tomorrow there may be a day which comes by it will connect to the information system or have a camera to the sky and then see whether there is cloud, and if there is cloud I will not switch on the pump, otherwise my pump is on automatically for watering. Got it? How do we taste and say that no? See, the refrigerator, you know, automatically switches off when the temperature is below that, because there is a thermostat. It detects the temperature, and below that then you don't use the freezing, or refrigerator doesn't work, automatically it is switched off. That was not a great invention because thermostat is not a great invention. Now when people walk, you can see the lights are on in some restaurants. You can see if there is a movement of people, the light is on. The movement of people are not there, light is not on. right? So that is being identified by the person's movement. Now assume I am recording this I am recording now. While recording, what is the greatest intelligence used in recording this information, you want to know? Except when I am there, and assume somebody is switching on, switching off camera, moving a bit, light is changing, your image is moving, only that portion of the image is being stored extra than the earlier image. Otherwise image doesn't have any change because the display is not changing. So assume I have got a 100 by 100 image to be stored. 100 by 100 pixels. Dots are what is the storage. 100 by 100 means 100, 2 zeros, another 2 zeros. So 4 zeros. It will become 10,000. 10,000 information I have to store. And that 10,000 information, if it is color, I have to store 3 different colors and then merge it and put it in my computer and display it. Now assume I am taking a video. How much such information I have to store? Quite a lot. You know, when you store image in TIFF, JPEG, there is difference, right? The size is different. Now when I take a picture, some portion, maybe this portion is totally same color. If I am using a vertical camera, half of my image is black. Does it have to store? It need not store every point by point. It will tell you from this point to this point there is nothing, it's all black. So it saves lot of space in storing. One of the biggest application. Now in a video, what will happen? Image is image. Total number of images in a video will be too large. It has got an identification which part of the image is moving. That only need to be replaced. Otherwise the rest of the image can be earlier one only without change. I don't have to change that image. So it saves lot of space in my computer. That is how MPEG. JPEG is for images, MPEG is for video. You store image in different format. It will have a different storage space. It's all machine learning. There is great intelligence, neural network. So compression of image, storing large number of images. These are all great applications because data storage is one of the biggest problem in the world. If you ask me, what is the largest research going to happen in the world? And that is all regarding how informations can be kept inside a computer. One of the greatest application of machine intelligence is how to store data, how to keep it. Now, assume one of the greatest leader wanted to send a condolence message for another great leader. Immediately he wanted to see when did he meet him last. What are all the earlier discussions he had? When did he come to our country? How do I remember all this? And how many data I have to search? It's huge number of data. So what do? These are all done. Google search, what is today happening? When you are typing in, it is searching and coming with an answer. So any search which happens in computer is with the machine learning and artificial intelligence. Now, when many people need to be checked for a virus, my blood sample is given. How do you think that people are looking at the blood sample to see whether virus is there or not? Which is not done through microscope like earlier pathology done in laboratory. It's all done with computers. Now one virus is there, that picture is there. Whenever blood sample comes, it will go and then search inside the blood, inside the whatever the sample which you are giving. It can be saliva. Whatever saliva you are giving for testing, immediately the saliva will be kept, check that virus picture and then see whether the virus is coming or not. Then after some time they found this virus is not there in the saliva. Then there is a modified virus which is coming. That's why the second wave, different virus. How is it identified? Otherwise, do you think we can check for lakhs of people by two laboratory assistants who will look at every person to see whether the virus is there or not? It is never done with individual eyes. It's all done through computer eyes. That's computer vision. It's an artificial intelligence. One of the best applications of today. I can create many more applications like this and tell you. Right? Now the traffic. If you look at the number of flights which are traveling in the air, every moment it is different. It takes pictures, it identifies the GPS positions, and it will tell you, oh, this path already there is a flight, you will have to go down or up or take a diversion. All the air traffic control is not being controlled by human intelligence. And this is entirely controlled and it cannot run programmed also. Because aircraft will go up or down or left or right, depends on the weather conditions. It changes its route. It can never be programmed earlier. Assume one aircraft has got some accident or maybe it is emergency landing. You can see immediately all the aircraft will give space for that. How is it done? Humanly impossible. People cannot make it that fast. All the train systems in big countries, number of trains where it has to give path for something else. Most of the traffic systems all are controlled by the image processing, neural network, combined application. Image processing, neural network, sound processing, combined applications are machine learning, and therefore there are plenty of applications available in this world. This part of computer science, but more than computer science, you need a lot of electronics, programming ability, which has got mathematics, physics, all that. Artificial intelligence is full of understanding how biology works. So if somebody thinks that, no, I am a computer man, I don't want to learn biology in my life, the basic biological systems, how does it work, is what is giving input for these learning processes. So it's also essential. It's a beautiful combination of different subjects: biology, mathematics, computation, computer science, programming, and understanding the world. That is more important. Look at what is around you, which problems are important: electrical engineering, electronics, signal processing, because once upon a time signal processing was part of electrical engineering. Now many games are being used. You can see most of the games, war happens with once somebody sent a missile, you must know where to go and then hit anti-missiles. Can it be programmed earlier? It has to take the picture, it has to identify the speed and tell you where is it going to come and which direction it is taking. Immediately the other anti-missile will go and hit at it. These are all defense applications. Beautiful defense applications for artificial intelligence. That is all done through game theory. You can see the same thing is used in the video games used by kids. Now drone. Today I was talking about a drone, I said. So most of the drones will identify where the fire is and it will direct there and then pump water there. For safety, artificial intelligence is used. Following somebody. Suppose you have a police wanted to catch somebody. In a human person, yes, I am able to identify because I know the face. It is registered in my brain. Now when people walk, a thief is walking in between them. The computer vision, you can have a specs and that will identify immediately even if they change their shape. The thief detection, the detectors, all these are done through this. There are many applications. We can take examples, hundreds of them. Yeah. The speed, most of the car today is unmanned car. You don't even have to drive. Whose car? Who made that car first? The electric car.
Tesla.
Yeah, Tesla. Tesla, you don't even have to drive. You, on your mobile, you can say where are you standing. The car will come there, open the door. You have to only get inside. Or even without getting inside, you can tell, yeah, I got inside and then locked. No, it will see the weight of the seat and then tell you, yo, you have not gotten. Understood? Otherwise, you will have to keep some item on that. It will still tell you, no, your face is not identified. So you have to identify, like I am opening my computer, I have to open my car. It has to identify the driver is sitting there, or I am authorizing somebody else to sit on the seat, then only it will move. And once it is done, you say home. That's enough, home. Immediately it will drive you from the office to house. You don't even have to drive. But by chance, you are sleeping in between. It is expecting today that you have to be awake. You should not sleep. So what it will do? It will keep on alarming. You are not touching the steering. Please touch that once. So once you touch it, for some more time you can sleep. So I have seen people, I was sitting with somebody else and the driver was sleeping. I was sitting, I was scared when I was there in US last time. So immediately he will touch once. Then you don't even have to do anything. It will go and take you exactly, it will go and stand in front of your house. Because it's all controlled by GPS. So how is it driving? The road traffic is different, the signal is different. So it will detect. It has camera on both sides. It has camera in the front and the back. It will detect everything. And it knows if there is a truck, this much space I have to give. If it's a small vehicle, this much space I have to give. The lane change is also done. The traffic light is also identified. Whether it is green, red, all that it will identify. So it's used in transportation. And it's going to be more and more. Creativity. Tomorrow I have a talk in the Northeast Science and Technology, one of the colleges. I'm going to talk on the creativity. And this is what? Your creativity, your imagination is tomorrow's artificial intelligence. So you can think of different areas, different field. No boundaries, limitless applications. Yeah. Good enough, Hari? Any other question? Any more questions or any added questions on this? Yeah, today artificial intelligence is mainly used in teaching. There is a great branch of education technologies based on artificial intelligence. There is a question in the chat box whether in teaching schools whether it can be used. You know the augmented reality which is used in the schools. You had sent me a message, then I'll send you my picture where I am sitting in my dining table. Beside that I have got a lion. How do I bring a lion into my dining room, dining table? Augmented reality. The 3D, you can create your own. Most of the movies, it is used. Okay, so augmented reality is a small, maybe 1%, 2% of the artificial intelligence capacity. So it's used, augmented reality is used. Now it is used for training people. I told you video game. Video game is one of the best method for training. Schools means teaching, training, right? Augmented reality is used for training the military. That training part is what is today coming as video games for the children. Actually, video games are not generated as video games. It's all an outfit for coming out from the military applications. No video games are created for video games. It's all military applications. If you look at any video game, you can say there is an application of military there. So originally it is created for military applications and that is being supplied for children to learn for fun. So learning, teaching is totally supported by artificial intelligence. right? Artificial intelligence is used as teaching technology, learning technology, and that is why young children in the school age itself, they must know what is. That's why the administrators also should know, because tomorrow's world is going to be part of. Actually, UPSC will ask a lot of questions which are generally active in the world. If you look at Manorama yearbook, you will see they add very specific topics, and there is an article which comes. Probably artificial intelligence and all came as a topic 10-15 years back itself. All the articles which are published in the yearbooks are important because they are what is prominently requirement of future knowledge. That is where science and technology is focusing, policies are focusing. That's where government has to invest a lot of time, right? In the fourth industrial revolution, all these are essential. So World Economic Forum, you listen to all the main topics and lectures in World Economic Forum. It will tell you the 4G, 5G, artificial intelligence controlled, AI controlled, neural network controlled industrial revolutions. You have now beautiful big industries which are run by only machines. No single individual will be there inside that. Most of the manufacturing, all the manufacturing of modern equipments, car, fitting the each nut and bolt, everything is done by machine. But they are not artificial intelligence. They are robotics. In that, assume you wanted to include what is small variations which happens to be included. Like you can manufacture that with robotics, because manufacturing there is no change, as you program only will happen. Now let us look at how a surgery is being done for an individual by a doctor. It cannot be programmed because each person has got a different structure. Each person has got a different type of diseases. Each person has got, assume that you want to remove a tumor. You cannot program it because the tumor size will be different. So it has to identify, look at it, and then take a decision based on the size. That is machine learning. That is artificial intelligence. There are a lot of challenges, there are a lot of problems. People also have got negative things to talk about it, because like a dictionary came, people became not learning languages and vocabulary. Probably when doctors are being replaced by machines, they don't even become experts. There are negatives also being talked about. There are challenges which is to be taken up by, like earlier, subject knowledge very too specialized was good enough. Now today, computer is doing the job. Therefore, a biology person must learn computer also. That's why interdisciplinary courses came. Because they found that biology people need not learn computer, cannot be the system today. Because doctors also have to use computers. And like artificial intelligence, to develop people should know biology and computer science, neuroscience and computer science. So therefore people have to learn different subjects. When computer came, people thought that people will lose their job, and there were a lot of garaos, including me, when I was a student. Computer go back, otherwise people don't get job. Now today I am talking about the prospect. I remember same university when I was a student, I did Garao, and I became a professor and director of university. I went there to teach artificial intelligence, computer vision, multimedia, all that I was teaching. And one of my teacher was there, he was telling the same fellow was talking against computer, now teaching computers, right? So today people have a question, when artificial intelligence comes, industry, fourth revolution industry comes, people will lose their job. No, you will not lose job. What will happen? Now there are a lot of small people running vehicle in which you have got a sabji, no, like the bandi. They will collect vegetables in a small two-wheeler and then sell it. When supermarket came, did they lose their job? They must have lost their job, but I'm sure their children in uniform are the people who are sitting in the supermarket. When supermarket came, people thought that there will be no supply of sabjis at the home. But today, what is Google doing? What is Amazon doing? What is Flipkart doing? All those people, instead of small cycle vehicle, they are now in a motorbike. Maybe the next generation is on a motorbike and they have got a better cooler system at their back. They store all the items there and sell it to different houses. That's all same. So only the definition of job will change. It will not lose. Job will not happen. Right? So maybe haircutting salon will be not closed, but that will be equipped with artificial intelligence. You can see the picture of somebody and say that I want so and so person, so and so hairstyle in so and so movie. You don't even have to show the picture. You tell the movie name and which scene, which hero, in what hairstyle he came. I want that hairstyle. Automatically you will get the hairdressing done like that. Now today people select dress also like that. Artificial intelligence for selecting dress. So and so heroine in so and so movie, so and so color dress was there. I want same dress. Immediately it will go and search that dress and then it will tell the tailor, and then you have to give your parameters. You take your picture and send it to them. From there they will measure the body size and all that. Don't think that the film personality will go in front of a tailor and they will measure. But you can see exactly they fit the dress which they wear. That's all done through computers. Measurement is done through computer. Cutting is done through computer. Stitching is done through computers. That's how it is done.
Sir,
Yeah.
sir, misuse of artificial intelligence may threaten the whole security of the country. Sir, how can this type of misuse can be regulated?
That is why I am saying when I am sending a missile, my aim is that missile should go and hit somewhere. But the other countries' artificial intelligence is much better. It knows how to detect it before it comes and hits and then send an anti-missile. So it all depends on how much powerful I am, how good I am. Understood? So today, the aircraft with all the compact within that, all the missionaries which, or a missile which I wanted to use, or maybe a weapon which I wanted to carry to hit some target, all these are controlled by artificial intelligence. Because situation at that place may change. So I have to take a decision accordingly. The drone will go and take pictures and then decide whether the person is died or not died. Whether the person is not died, I can pick him up. If it is died, maybe I will have to leave the place. All the decision what a person takes is being taken by equipments today. When you have a bomb to be detected, it knows. It will go and then see whether the bomb is live or not. People cannot go and pick up a bomb which is hidden somewhere. So it's all done like that. So there are, whenever you can see when there is an advantage, always it has got a disadvantage. But people are highly intelligent. So they visualize most of the disadvantages, and by manufacture itself we are taking care of most of them. See, for example, some of the, is it active?
Yes.
Yeah. See, there is a great saying, how do I test a missile? Missile cannot be used and tested, right? Once it is used, it is gone. So the testing of missile itself is done with all the parameters in hand. So artificial intelligence will help me to check something which cannot be checked by human physical involvement. That's one of the greatest advantages. So it has got its disadvantage also. What happens sometimes? A small error in the computer what people have got a misinterpretation. Similarly, computer also has got its own miscomputations. It cannot be called as failure because it needs to be improvised. Improvement has to happen every time. It's a lot of investment is being done for progressing it to make it finer and finer and better with zero error. I told you, when the virus picture is given, it can detect. But there are cases when it was detecting and it was not correct. Because people had a disease, but the virus says the negative result came. Because it's all done by computers. Immediately then started looking at which virus is creating. They found it's a different variety of virus which is now changed virus. The second mode, second generation, modified virus. Then that picture is given for testing. Now 2 pictures are given. Not necessarily. Now the third one comes, the 3 pictures will be given to check whether this is that, this is that, this is that. So it cannot be, it's all improvement. It's all process of improvement. Good enough? So if any one of you have got different questions, send in WhatsApp, have discussion, decide a time mutually. When I say, yeah, you decide a time means you will wait until I decide a date. No, you should say that this is the date which I like to have it, then we can have. Unless I have got some schedules. So as per schedule, we will post something and then look at what is the convenience of others. That's how we run. Okay. Good enough? Thank you. So I was not doing, most of the time it's non-technical these days, but I love to do technical much as I love any other subjects. Computer vision, you can see DrTPS computer vision. Many lectures are given in Jawaharlal Nehru Technological University Teachers Training Center. That earlier Teachers Training Center was Academic Staff College, where I was a director. Academic Staff College, I was a director. So many lectures are there on computer vision. Most of the computer vision neural networks are basics of artificial intelligence. Good enough? Thank you then. Pick up some questions and then come back.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah. God bless you. Thank you, Hari, for asking this question. I enjoyed it.
Thank you for the session.
Thank you.
Pranams, Guruji.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.